Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vinay and we like watching anime. My favorite anime is One Piece, but we react to everything: action, horror, comedy, thriller, slice of life, rom-com, deep, dark, bizarre, mystery animes as well, and detective animes. On that note, we are watching Apothecary Diaries. We are on season 1, episode 12 now. And if you haven't checked out the reaction to the previous episode, there's a link in the description for the playlist of Apothecary Diaries and all the other animes that I've been watching. Hopefully, you'll watch them and you'll enjoy them as well. But let's come on to episode 12. We finally seeing the picture unfold now. Mao Mao was able to deduce through history books, basically the records of the palace, and some sort of just her curiosity on why Fenming was doing things what she was doing and how she was the culprit of um, the murder. Well, murder? Yeah, the guy, the person behind the wooden planks and the different sort of gunpowder and everything like that. She was the one who was behind that. And how she ended up there was Ado, the concubine. She was hiding the fact, or maybe, yes, she was hiding the fact that her uterus had to be removed, which means she cannot become a queen again because she cannot give a birth to another baby. Yeah, but we just have to live with that. Uh, and then, because Fenming was doing all this packing and all, she planned to leave with her. But little did we know that honey, honey gathered from poisonous plants is also poisonous to, well, basically everybody, but still we can tolerate it, whereas the infants can. So Ado's first kid ended up dead because of Fenming's mistake or ignorance, or, well, she just didn't know that this thing could happen. And she found that out later on in her life when Lishu-sama, Lishu, concubine Lishu, also experienced the same thing, or she told her the same thing. Maybe she had some reactions or whatever that may be. And then she found out that she was the one responsible, but she still hid the fact from Ado. And, well, loads of things appeared. Mama actually considered it to be not her fault, so she actually gave her way out. She was not blamed, but she was still ended up dead. And concubine Ado had to leave because, well, she can't become king anymore. That means her purpose is defeated. And now there will probably be another concubine, but hey, she was the realest person, and she's probably related to Jinshi in some sort of way. Theory, which Mama came up with, was her son was swapped with the Empress Queen Dowager's son at that point, and well, he would be living a better life, and that's why the younger brother of the emperor is such such a delicate place. But right now they are all hypotheticals. But that would also make sense why Mao Mao's father would have been expelled or just released from the palace, right? That's a harsh treatment to be given to anybody. But now we once we've sorted that out, we also seen Jinshi being extremely sad and upset at the fact that Lady Ado had to leave. And quite honestly, we didn't get to see a lot of her. We just saw that she was one of the best sort of kindest person in the Rare Palace. She lived her life however was expected. She lived the most realist way. She did not hold a, what do you want to say, grudge against anybody. She didn't say anything. She was actually looking out for her own people, her own lady in waitings, and she was actually nice. But she had to leave, and we don't know what else is going to happen next. And that's what we are here to find out. That while at the end we also saw a slight romance sort of stuff building up, connection maybe building up between Mao Mao and Jinxie. Hey, if they get up together, that won't be a surprise. How they get up together is difficult because right now Mama has literally has no feelings for Jinshi, at least from what we see. She has her own way. She likes alcohol. She likes medicine. She's curious about other stuff. She's been an apothecary and a poison taster, and her jobs are just keep getting increasingly difficult day by day in the Rare Palace. But she's surviving, and that's what's important. So let's find out what happens next in Apothecary Diaries.
どうしようか。どういたしましょうか。フォン民の処刑を。フォン民の親族が財産を奪われ、重さの違いはあれ、全て肉刑に処された。犯行はフォン民の一存によるものとされ、主であるアード王妃に沙汰がなかったのは幸いだった。そして今、フォン民の実家、およびその関係者の名簿のここにある。名簿には、商いの取引先も含まれています。
Oh wow. And that includes Maomao? Anybody related to Fenming is being prosecuted? Oh, okay. Yep. Well, not anymore. Not after he held her. And that includes her father. Oh, wow. Okay. She's going to ask for help to Jinshi. The one time she's looking for Jinshi. Yep. Yep, they are. That's what he's contemplating. Hmm. Ironic, isn't it? The one thing you want the most at the most crucial time, you don't find it. All right. There you go. Is that Jinshi? Yeah, that is. Does she want to? Oh, she doesn't want to leave. Hmm. Oh, not the outcome you're looking for. Of course, nothing works out when you want it to be in your favor, right? That's life. Tough luck. You have to deal with it. Maybe he has some other plans for her, and I don't know. Maybe he just. First of all, it's crazy that Fenming's family is somehow in the end connected with 80 people out of the 2,000 that work there in the inner palace. In the palace, 80 of them. They have to lay off 80 people who are working diligently in this rare palace, regardless of the conditions, and so many rumors and so much stuff happening over there. Um, it might not seem a lot, but we don't know other people's stories, so they might as well be just as, if not more important than our lovely apothecary here. But as you know, you don't, this is a good lesson in life. You'll never get what you don't ask for, right? That's just how it works. Granted, the situation is different, and Maomao clearly knows what's going to happen to her once she leaves the palace. That's one of her, again, speculation hasn't happened yet, so that might be one of the possibility. Or she might just go back to her normal day-to-day life as that was before she came to the palace, which, to be honest, let's be honest, it's not fair. She wasn't getting paid for properly, she wasn't getting any proper sleep. She has better lifestyle now in the palace than it was outside. That's just how her luck came out to be, and of course her actions, that's what she was rewarded for. But now, leaving your fate in somebody else's hand, I'm not sure how you would go about it. I would personally not want it to be. If I want something, I would want it to be going. If I get it or not, I would want it to be through my actions and my actions alone, right? Maybe yes, it's dependent. Like, let's say you want to have a pizza today, right? Just thinking about it won't do anything. But would you go out, order the pizza, get the pizza delivered, however you may be? But let you have to take the initiative here, and that's what will culminate into the actions. Maybe the pizza is unavailable, but you still decided to go for it. Maybe the delivery is unavailable, but you still decided to go for it. You did your part. Now the result is left out to whatever the situation or consequences might be. Same case here. She wants to be here. She has to ask for it, and I'm pretty sure that her request would be granted. I don't know if she's asking the right person. Like, Jinshi is the one responsible for it, but she could easily, might as well be requesting that to Lady Gyokyo, who is, of course, powerful. She's the only concubine with a kid right now. Um, she could request it of Lady Lishu, who, well, she wouldn't want to be changing works now, would she? And with Ado gone, I'm not sure who else can help her. So hey, you have to ask for it. She did an emperor a favor, so she might as well just pass along the request to the emperor. But if she wants it, then she'll get it. Otherwise, she won't. Plain as simple. Both. Okay. Blunder of the century. Oh. Uh, you regret your decisions, but it's still your decision. Oh, she's actually working? Wow. Wow. It has to be something really important. She's not even fully grown yet. Oh, I saw all the 5 shades of grief immediately. She didn't even try to bargain. What could she provide a value of as a courtesan? Exactly, she can't do anything. Maybe she can act. She can just give company. if somebody needs it. And of course, it's somebody from the palace. Is it Jinshi himself? Oh, damn. Wow. Hey, if you thought being a courtesan is easy, take another look. Dancing, singing, playing an instrument, entertaining the guests, delivering food, being a waitress, a good hostess, and making sure they have their spirits lifted high, moods up, and collaborate with your peers. Not the easiest part. But I saw Jinchi there. It's him. What do you think he'll think of? He's not even surprised. Oh, 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 she didn't even say that. Hmm. There you go. The guy is not a mind reader, of course. If you, first of all, okay, let's talk about their relationship later. You see how crazy, how in demand the skills and the work of a courtesan is. In all, it's like there's no specific event today, right? Yet all three of the most expensive courtesans with insurmountable skills are there at that event. Um, what is going on? Is it just a normal day in the palace? Like, how can I don't know how they can afford it, but that would mean that these people are extremely valued and they can still afford them. And that just goes to show how rich of a kingdom right now they currently are. Um, Maybe this is a very prosperous kingdom at this point. We have literally zero idea of what's happening in the world of this. Right now, all we are seeing is Apothecary, Maomao, Jinshi, their relationship, the small stuff that was happening within the Rare Palace, and probably how these guys are mingling along together. That's it. We have no idea about the world. There's so much world building to do. It's just honestly um, insane that we have no idea or very little idea of what the world looks like currently, how powerful this emperor is, who their enemies are, who their friends are, because there's literally zero introductions whatsoever of other people in this thing, right? We just know short, small stuff about um, Mao Mao, her dad, his involvement within the kingdom, Jinshi, his involvement, the lady the lady concubines, the lady invading, so a little bit of that. Still very inner palace, right? We don't know anything outside of the palace. We still see that they within the village that they work. There's courtesans and Maomao, how her relationship, Maomao's relationship with the courtesans are, and what she does for them. She gets paid here, of course. That's kind of nice that they still obey the rules, no touching. And she's really young, and what 17 maybe 17. That's what we established, right? 17, and of course. Jin, she's like, "Oh, you're working? Does that mean that you are supposed to be doing the stuff that other courtesans are doing as well?" And nope, that's not the case. She's just here as a hostess, um, kind of serving people, getting their moods up, and she hates it. Honestly, she hates it. If you are hating your current situation as well, it's on you to change. She said it out loud now. She could have said it out loud a week before when he was contemplating whether to fire her or not. But now, she is more direct and Jinchi is kind of happy to see it. It's very maybe it's just because he was brought up in the palace, but he's acting really nonchalant for the guy who was literally sighing and extremely down just a few days ago and wasn't even talking to anybody. Didn't want anybody's company, right? He's at that point, and he's seeing Mao Mao now, and he's like not even excited, curious. He seems to be happy inside. Doesn't show any emotions on his face. I don't know. All right, don't do. Okay. Well, he did. uh, Verdigris House. That's the name of the brothel, right? She's reminiscing and she misses it. Inside the house. Oh, what is that contagious? Oh, all right, some woman to woman talk now. Really? Why and how does she compare the palace to the house? As usual, the most nonchalant dad ever. And I bet she's gonna meet Jinshi again. Or at least, now that he knows what his intentions are, now that she knows what his intentions are, he might be thinking about him in a different way. Well, if you compare them this way now, why would you compare them the other way before? Is it just me, or just it just seems like there was more to her life, more to Maoma's life in the palace than it's here in the house, in the Verdigris house? Surely it's not me, just me, right? See, she went through loads of stuff, solving so many mysteries, helping out so many people, saving lives, figuring out detectives and their sort of events. Honey. Okay. And now she might beg Jinshi to take her back, which she previously didn't do, or send a request at least. Do what you want, do what you really want. She buys her out. Eh? Eh? Of course. Oh, whether or not Mama wanted to stay affects affects James's decision on whether or not to bring her back or let her go. And earlier he didn't know, and he couldn't read it from her face, of course. She just said like, "Hey, if so, it's your wish, your palace, do what you want with me. I'm just here as a normal person working day-to-day life, and I don't even know how my family came into this situation with the Penming's family, but that's how it worked out. So you decide what you want to do with me." And Jinshi probably, since he has feelings for her, doesn't I didn't know, I didn't want to take the wrong call, and ended up letting her go. But now the moment he found out that well, she wouldn't have mind staying back, came back just a few days later to the house. But does that mean he bought her off, or does that mean he's like, oh, we need this person within our survey, so I am employing her because she's an employee of the Verdigris House, and now he's coming back. Got enough money and enough money for the house and enough curiosity for the Maomao to help her decide to come back as well. So that was kind of nice. Again, the main thing to even take out of this is you decide what you want to do, and you do anything that you want, or you think you do most things possible to make that situation come true. And if it still doesn't, hell, that's your luck, and that's what you have to accept. That comes later. But you clearly see that she wants to be in the palace again. She's comparing it. She's reminiscing about it. She's feeling the nostalgia. She's missing people over there. People or the things that she herself did, or the freedom that she had in the palace. And of course, if you have that much abundance of resources to work with as a apothecary, she would love it there than outside the palace, and that's what she's doing. So, guess we are back to the palace, solving mysteries, helping out people, and now in a different sort of relationship. Maybe she didn't look at it the same way. At least she didn't even think about it from what we saw. But hopefully she does and realizes something, and then that leads to another mystery. But yes, that was it. Thank you for watching. That was today's episode. Let me know what you think about this in the comment. The relationship of Jinshi and Maomao, the courtesans, the way their job is within this palace, the situation in the palace as well. Let me know all about that in the comments, and we'll see you for the next one. Until then, bye bye.